going back to the classics. The funny thing is, this was literally one of the first 2 games I ever played on a PlayStation 2. My God, you'll never regret. Wonderful game, wonderful story, a lot of fun. I even loved the crap they had between Jak and Ratchet and Clank. It was really fun between both those games. And I love both of them. Oh, the classics. Gotta love this shit. Start a new game. It's alright.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
I don't know who does the voices of those two, but they did a really good job as villains.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Ow! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
And part 2.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, The two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go, Misty Island.
That's right. And then
And Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
look, old man. Are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
A fern. That's the biggest threat. Turns me on. Oh, and here we go.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
Oh, man. Oh, the memories. I remember the moveset like nothing. Wait, is that fish still out there? No. Is the fish here? I guess the fish isn't in the first island. It's really far out, which I don't want to die yet. Oh man, the classics. I love this shit. Just made Jack run right into the rock. Yeah, here we go.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Yeah, like 50 of them, I think. I don't know, is it 50 or is it like 10? I forget how much. Oh my god, this was before they added guns to it.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grab zoomer.
Yeah, I forget. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you gotta press square this time. That's right. Ding! I love how he does the dance every time. And it's always like there's a lot of different ones. Yes, okay,
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all. Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Yep.
Notice how each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Daxter grabs. Wait, can I get him? Can I do it again? Yeah. No, get up there. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Wait, no, come on. Oh, I just ran out.
This is a
Oh,
precursor
the
door.
cutscene stopped me.
It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your body.
Yeah. Luckily, there's a full vent right there. I almost wanted it because of the cutscene.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
I'm just gonna spray you some. Open sesame.
Good work! The Blue Eco caused the door to open. With Blue Eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years. Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
I'm already maxed.
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
Yeah, that's all of them. And carousel. Daxter. I love that little idiot. Alright, that should complete Geyser Rock.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Thought there was.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Sandover Village. God, this music, this just fucking makes me so happy. I love this music.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Red box. I hear you got one. That's what I don't understand. It says the bad guys put them in boxes, yet why did the mayor do it?
Oh, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah.
Did you pay the bill?
Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
90? Jesus Christ, it's like a freaking robbery, dude. What the hell? 90? Wow. Damn, dude. Just straight up bankrupting.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Seems like currency is 90. I thought it was a lot lower. Jesus Christ. People are robbing me I could have sworn there was something behind one of the houses. Oh, I hear it. I see it there. Aha! Before we talk to this guy, let's see what this is. See one down there. Nothing inside of this house. There. No, I don't see the shark. That's weird. Where's the shark? Shark usually would attack my guy when I'm flying. Well, let's go talk to this guy and see what he needs. If I remember, he requires a pet.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and Crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island.
Ow.
I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
Damn right we're going back. Alright, we're gonna see what's over in this house. Oh god, I remember this is the crazy bird thing, isn't it?
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
Bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainframe. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
Oh, apparently I don't help a bird. So this one was like, well, maybe.
What a weird-looking thing. I bet we can get this open
Whoa.
if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
Whoa, a little too fast there. Holy shit.
Gotta bring in the cops for the drill right again. Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
Alrighty, old man. Oh, what do you think you're doing? Get your ass out of here. Cow tipping! Punch that in. Okay. Where are you going? Where are you going? Get along there, dude, buddy. There we go. What's up? Oh. Hey, he says he's got a milk on me. I don't see any others on any of these guys. Well, I guess when I was a kid, I didn't really know the difference. I just knew, oh, gotta get these things in here.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Gotta bring in the cops for the drill right
There we
again.
go. Stupid stuff.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Yeehaw! They added a trophy for that one. I didn't realize they did that. These are freaking 90. Jeez, everyone needs 90 in these things. something. The edge of the forbidden chamber. I feel like I've done exploring right here first.
Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
One more. Oh, shit. Come on. Oh, maybe.
We scrounged enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
Well, there's the last one. Yes! Daxter.
All right! You found all the scout flies in this area.
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
This must be a precursor oracle like the sage always goes on about. I hope they weren't as ugly in person.
120 for them, or 90 for the villagers. That's freaking insanely expensive. What? Why does everybody need so many goddamn orbs? God, is like orbs like pennies in this world, or what? Jeez. Before I go turn it in, I'm gonna grab like Screw you, Crab. Screw you, Mr. Krabs. Just remember, kids, if a dog's trying to attack you and it's small enough, punch it.
Are you near the egg yet?
Screw you, dog. One right out in the open. Whoa, damn. Jesus, I didn't even see him. Oh, man. Oh yeah, I forgot to use that cannon There we go. Making progress.
Well, I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
Not mess. Not pasta. Remember, children, you can solve any problem just by punching it. Or kicking it. One or the other. The robot. Oh god, the memories.
Hey, seagulls! Let's buzz them for kicks. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Some of them suicided into the freaking
Wow! They caused an avalanche! Let's check it out!
First, stop playing. Sorry, I see you with red box. Ah, there it is. There's the secret. I remember what I had to do. It was an uppercut.
Punch those poles out from below! Those dances, man, just make it so much fun. There you go, baby. Dunk it! There you go.
Are you near the egg yet? Birdie, birdie. That's it. Just a little further. Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
It broke. She lied. She said she was going to have something.
We might want to talk to the bird watcher and see if we scrambled that flut egg.
First, I want to do yes, I got it.
Oh my! I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Oh, it's cute. Oh no.
Oh no! No!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
Eggs over.
All right! More orbs!
Oh yeah, that's right. This guy shoots cannons right to trick him into blowing these up. Shoot me. There we go. I remember you can't get that guy up there.
Hey!
Oh.
That pelican just snagged a power cell! Let's go kick some big bird butt!
Let's go kick some big bird butt. Oh, now it's a race, huh?
Quick! We have to get to the power cell before the pelican scoops it up again!
No, you don't. It's all mine, baby. Give it.